Hello friends, God bless you. And today I wanted to share something that God has spoke with me from the Gospel of Matthew chapter 14 and Gospel of Mark chapter 6. The time when Jesus walked on the water after feeding 5,000. In Matthew, it also records that Peter also walked on water on invitation or hearing from God. Now, the story starts or the miracle starts where Jesus asked them to go across the lake. And Jesus was in Bethsaida, and other side was Gennesaret. And it should have taken about 2 hours in going through boat. And Jesus came to them in the middle of that storm, in the middle of night, about the fourth hour. That means about after 3 o'clock in the morning. Now Jesus sent his disciples early in the evening. That means about by the time Jesus came to them in the middle of storm, 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours has passed by. Now all Jesus' disciples were young men. They had a strength and they had a boat and they know how to row the boat. But for the journey that should have taken about 2 hours, but after 9 hours they were at the same place. They were making no progress in moving forward because wind was against them. While Jesus was on earth, he did not use his divine power. Bible says that he put aside his divinity. Yes, he was God and he is God, but while he was on earth, he did not use his divine power. Otherwise, he could not say to his disciple that whoever believes in me can do greater things. We are 100% human. If Jesus has done everything using his human power, divine power, we could say that how can Jesus tell us that we can do greater things? But whatever Jesus did, he did out of his deep relationship and realization who he is inside of God and what relationship he has. And from that relationship, he was able to see what God is saying and God is doing, and he knew that my Father loves me. And out of that relationship, he was walking on water. He was 100% human that time. So when Jesus pushed his disciples to go to other side, he knew the storm was going to come. He knew the wind would be against them. But that wind was not holding Jesus back. Even that wind that was holding the boat to move forward for 9 hours could not hold even Peter back. Bible says that when Peter was able to hear, when he asked Jesus that if it is you, tell me to come and I will walk, I will come. And even in the middle of storm, in a raging sea, and a splashing sound of water, waves, he was able to clearly hear, come. And so many times we think that we are in a situation or we don't have a capability to hear God's voice. But if you have a relationship with Jesus, if you know who you are in Christ, if you know how much he loves you, I guarantee you, no matter how big the storm is, you will be able to hear him saying, come. And Peter came out of boat and the wind has no power on him. He was started walking. The boat, which was filled with the 12 disciples, young men who had a strength, and the boat has a capability to move forward, but the boat was not moving forward against the wind. But Peter was alone, but on the voice of Jesus, he was able to walk on water. Now Jesus did not have any boat to come to them. And Jesus knew that this is the night where your skill is not going to work, where your strength is not going to work, where your means and method of crossing will not work. All is going to work is the voice of God and your step coming out of boat, leaving your means and method behind, and then the wind will not have power over you. I think this is the night of an invitation to start living a supernatural life. This is a night of revelation to realize that with God we can do anything. There is endless possibility. As long as Peter was in the boat, he was not moving forward. But when he came out of the boat, wind has no power on him. He was able to listen to Jesus, and he was able to walk on the water. Maybe you are in a situation where the crossing over should have taken 2 hours, but after 9 hours of your struggle, your means and method and your skills and your strength is not working. Maybe you start hearing God when He says come, and maybe you will have this courage to step out of your boat, leave whatever you know, leaving behind whatever your strength, your skill, and just follow the voice, and you will walk on water, and the wind will not have any power over you. I believe God has blessed you, so leave the boat behind and step out and walk on water, because this is the night you can cross over by walking on water. God bless you. Thank you.